Hello, my name's Linda. I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Today I'm going to be making a pop-up card, and I'm going to be using Above the Clouds, and I'm also using a retired die set, the Rainbow Builder. And if you actually want to see what other products I've used and the sizes I've used, I've put all of that information at the end of the video, all in one go. So I'm going to start now. So I've already done a little bit of work. So I've stamped and punched all of my balloons, and I've coloured them all in. I've gone with my colour scheme. I've actually got it from one of the catalogues. I've looked down here and thought that I love that colour combination. I haven't used the Grapefruit Grove, but I've used all of the other colours. And that is a good tip if you're trying to think of a colour scheme. Just have a quick flick through the catalogue and see what's there. Give you some ideas. So I'm going to put all this to one side, and I'm actually going to start with the pop-up inside. I have two pieces of Whisper White thick cardstock here. The sizes are at the end, but just quickly, if I can see them, 8 1/4 by 3 inches and 8 1/4 by 4.5 inches. So I'm just going to score along the long edge of both of them, and I'm just going to do 3/4 of an inch. Take my blade out of the way there. And the same on this one. And now I want to score down this way, down the middle, and that is going to be 4 1/8. And the same on this one. And these are what we're left with. Now I want to flip them over, and on the back I want to draw some clouds. So we're going to have clouds popping up on the inside of the card with balloons floating around. So this piece at the bottom is going to be where we stick to the card base. So I want to do clouds. So I'm going to start, there's something on my pencil there, I'm going to start from the centre here and just draw a cloud shape, sort of like this. And I want to finish at that score line and then do the other side. You do not have to be artistic to do this. There we go. And then the same with this one. And then we're going to burnish our score lines. So fold and burnish. And then you just need to cut around our pencil lines, just like so. So here are my clouds, and it'd be better if you did a better job than cutting out than I did. I really need to sharpen my scissors there. And what we're going to be doing, here's our card base, this is the inside. So these are going to go in here like so. We're going to sort of bump them up next to each other, and then we're going to have our balloons popping up around them. I'm going to do the front of our card now. So I'm going to bring in the layers of white cardstock that I've got that I'm going to stick on the front. So I've already die cut these, they fit exactly on my card. So I'm going to be using a bit of wet glue to go around the edges. So I'm going to start with the largest piece. There we go. And I've already popped up one of my balloons. All of my balloons I've either used blender pens to colour them, or I've used the inks because the stamp comes with it. Let me show you. So this one comes with it, and so you can just ink that up with a colour and stamp it straight on top. And I've also used some of my just stamping coloured pens as well. So I'm going to pop that here. Actually, I wanted to put my rainbow in. I wanted that to go in here, so I better pop that in quick before it's too late. So put your rainbow in before you stick your clouds on. Don't make that mistake. And then I've also stamped some of these little tiny balloons here, and I've fussy cut them out. Not actually as fiddly as I thought it was going to be. I'm just going to stick these on. I've actually popped that one up. I'm just going to stick the other two down. And that's just the front of our card. And then we're going to do the inside. So we have our clouds that we've already cut out. On the back, I've put some double-sided tape all the way along there, and I'm going to put a tiny bit of wet glue on these pieces of clouds as well. We're going to start with our large cloud. So when we position our cloud, we've got the score line down the middle of our cloud and the score line down the middle of the card. So we want our cloud to be sort of like this. So we don't want it like that. It's got to be at an angle like this. And then we need to make sure that when we close the card, the cloud doesn't pop out. So you can do that by, if I put my cloud up here and then I just close it like this, this is how it would close, we can see that the cloud is going to be popping outside the card, which we don't want. So you want it sort of down here somewhere, like so. So I'm going to stick this one down. So I'm just popping a little bit of glue on there as well. So make sure our score line matches up with this score line, and we've got it at a sort of an angle. Ooh, just made it there. And then I'm going to do the other side as well. So a bit of glue there, and then I'm going to fold that over. And there we go, there's our pop-up cloud. So this is actually the first time I've made this, so if I made it again, I would make my clouds a bit longer, I think, and maybe so they come down a little bit. I'm going to pop the next one in. So I'm trying to get my cloud the same sort of angle as the top one. I'm going to fold that up. And there we go. How cute is that? I love that. And now we're going to stick our balloons on. So you can put your balloons wherever you want to, but what you must remember is if you're putting a balloon here, for instance, you mustn't put glue on the piece that's going to be above the cloud, because then it's going to stick to your cloud here when you fold it all up. The back of my balloons I've covered in another piece of paper, just in case you could see it. Sometimes when you're using the blender pens, they bleed through to the back. So I'm just going to arrange my balloons where I think they will look good. I've just added a piece of double-sided tape to the back of my balloon. And as you can see, I've only put it on the bottom half, and I'm going to turn this over. I can feel where my glue is on my finger, so I want it to be below my cloud. So there we go. So when we fold it and open it, so you can get the idea. I'm going to put all my balloons on now. So when you put your balloon, if you wanted to put a balloon up here, for instance, and it shuts, you can see it's going to come out the top. So you do need to make sure when your card is closed, your balloon will not be popping out of the top. So far, I have added 5 balloons, and I have my last balloon here. And I've added a piece of acetate to the back, so I've just put a piece of double-sided tape onto my acetate, stuck it onto my balloon. You need to make sure there's no glue around here, otherwise all your card will stick together. and then on the reverse side, so the front side, I've put some more double-sided tape here, and I'm going to position that at the front behind my cloud, so it's going to be popping up. You could also do some more of these as well. Don't forget, you still need to make sure that it's going to fit in the card when you close it up. So I'll just put this one in. I'm taking off the tape. And I'm just going to stick that on like that. So it closes up okay, you can't see anything. And when you open it up, I think a few more of these acetate ones would look quite good. If I'd made my cloud a bit shorter, I could have had a few more coming from behind, but I actually put my top cloud very close to the top of my card. So these little balloons that I cut out, I'm just going to stick a couple of these on as well. I'm just going to put those at the back, in the background, so they look like they're floating away in the distance. So there we go, there's the little ones as well, you can just see them there. On the back of my card I'm going to stick this one, so that is where we can write our message. And there we go, there's the finished card. I did make a pop-up card previously, and it's a very simple one, but this is actually the same technique as the very simple one. It's the same pop-up, but we've just cut it and added elements to it to make it look a little bit more complicated, should I say. So please give it a go. It's not as tricky as you think it's going to be, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you carry on watching, you'll see the product that I've used to make this video, and there'll be some measurements as well. I'm using quite a lot of products, but I've chosen my colours to start this project, and I'm using Daffodil Delight, Terracotta Tile, Coastal Cabana, Mango Melody and Bermuda Bay. Obviously you can use whatever colours you want. I've decided to choose mine right at the beginning. This is the Above the Clouds, this is the stamp set I'm using, and this also comes with this great punch. I'm also using a retired product, which is the Rainbow Builder framelits. I didn't actually ever get the stamp set, I've only got the framelits, and these have got clouds and a rainbow. So I've already cut my rainbow out, I can show you that, just on a really small one. Sometimes it's nice to use products that are retired, because obviously lots of people have got them still, and they might want to know how to incorporate them with some of the new sets. And I'm also using the Bonanza Buddies, and I'm just using that for the sentiment. I'm making a black ink as well. I'm making a 5x7 card. I've used Balmy Blue here, so this is just a piece of cardstock which is 10x7, and I've scored it down the middle at 5, so that is going to be our card base. So we're going to need some Whisper White cardstock for this, and these two pieces here are going to be for the inside for our pop-ups. And they are, so these are, they're both 8 1/4, one's by 3 inches and one's by 4.5 inches, or that is 20.8 centimetres by 7.5 centimetres and 11.5 centimetres. And we're going to be using those for the pop-ups, I think I just said that, repeating myself. And then scrap paper. We're going to need, I think it's 7 balloons. I've already stamped my balloons and coloured them in and cut them out, and so you're going to need enough paper to do all of that. I've already die cut these, ready to go, and these are they're 5 inches wide or 12.5 centimetres. And then when they're cut, this one is 6 inches, this one's 4.5, this one's 2 3/4, so that's 15 centimetres, 11 centimetres, 7 centimetres, and that's obviously that tall bit there, but it doesn't matter, you know, you can do whatever size you want. It's just going to go on the front of the card. And there's a little rainbow that I've made. I've also got a piece for the back. So the back, I've just cut this piece out. That was 5x6 inches. And again, I've just already die cut the top and the bottom. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed the video, and give me a thumbs up. Bye.